So a couple of days ago, I made a video talking about some of the removed and unobtainable items that have been found since 1.4 Journey's End. Now, I was kind of late to the party on this one, but the one that caught, my attention and pretty much everyone else's was the First Fractal. So this is actually a prototype version of the Zenith, and I think that in itself is really interesting. So I've managed to hack Terraria to actually let me check out the First Fractal. Now, I will say, as a quick disclaimer, I don't encourage you to hack or modify your Terraria. I'm really just doing this for educational purposes to see what it's really like, because this might be a sword that we never see in Terraria. Journey's End is the final update. We have 1.4.1 on the way. And if that update doesn't add it, you never know if we're ever getting another update. So I did want to check it out just to see, is it actually any good? Because I said in my video that it looks better than the Zenith, and I don't know. I want to see what it's really like in game. So as a quick comparison, here is the almighty Zenith. This is the one that I actually crafted on my ChippysCouch Let's Play. So shout out to you if you watched that. And first off, I wanted to just try it against a normal, pretty boring looking boss, the King Slime, to show just how powerful it is. And just like that, it's ultimately destroyed. Maybe we should try something a little bit harder. Let's actually try the Queen Slime. So right now, it looks like a real graveyard, but we're actually in my hallowed. So let's check out the Zenith versus Queen Slime, because it should give us a better idea of just how powerful it is. And it's clearly just, like, really powerful. Like, we can just agree. Okay. So, I've actually not used the First Fractal at all. You're about to get my live reaction to it. I'm really excited. I've never done anything like this with Terraria, where I've tried out an unfinished version. So, let me spawn in this bad boy. And let's see. I'm assuming you just hold down click. Alright, where's it at? Alright, make your grand entrance. Okay. I'm ready. Oh! Oh, that was really quick. It's kind of underwhelming because it was so quick. It's a weird concept for sure to use a sword, but you stand still and it homes in. It's more like a summoning weapon. Do you know what I mean? Alright, King Slime's over here. Let's try it again. I really want to look where the character is. Oh my god. It's so quick. I think if you hadn't slowed it down, I wouldn't have even known that it's actually showing the player there. That is wild. Alright, well I think what we're going to do is we're going to try it against some hard mode bosses and see how it stacks up. So let me go to sleep real quick. One of the best features of 1.4 and real life. So since it's nighttime, I'm going to do what I do for people on ChippysCouch. I'm going to make a shine potion so you lot can see what's going on. So this is going to be a little bit different, We're not trying a boss that can be killed in a few seconds. We're trying something that's actually, quite large. So let's give it a go. It really has a feel of a summoner's weapon. If I'm, like, it feels like just loads of summons coming out of nowhere and attacking it. Maybe in reality, this should be it's really cool. I do really love it, but maybe it should be a final summoning weapon for people that can't get the Terror Prisma, because the Terror Prisma has a bit of a steep learning curve with it. Let's try the Zenith though. Not as satisfying as this, if I'm being honest, for that one boss. This is not a scientific video, by the way. Like, no DPS meter or anything. Just more like getting a feel for it. Okay, so here I would say I don't like it as much because the targeting is a little bit off. Like, as you can see, it's just kind of going for anything it can find. But if I was to do this, I could specifically go, hey, target the head. So I guess it's not as good in that sense. Let's try the twins. Let's see what it decides to do when it has two targets that it can hit. So it just decides what it wants to hit. This feels honestly so summoning to me. And it's so strange that you really can't see the player in motion at this speed. Like, it feels like the player's just kind of zooming on by. So if it's a case of like, oh, they didn't think it was done because it doesn't display like dies or whatever, I think you get away with it. I think it's too fast for the eye. Maybe I'm just slow. maybe I don't have the eyes for it. But let's try the, yeah, so let's try that a little bit. It's nice, and then let's try the Zenith. I think the Zenith is almost a bigger fireworks display in a way, and I think for a final weapon, you kind of want that. It's really interesting, like, having actually tried it compared to just seeing it in a GIF has really changed my perspective. I think I might actually be shifting more towards the Zenith now, if I'm being honest, but it's cool. So one of the things I did want to try is I wanted to try an event with lots of enemies on screen to see what it would look like, you know, with the targeting and such. Because that is one thing that I did kind of wonder about, you know, what does it actually decide to target? And moving about and holding this down, it's a summon weapon, isn't it? It is really cool, though. I mean, I'm really trying to, like, focus in, but... So does it follow your... It doesn't, right? So when it's idle, it seems to kind of zoom in where the mouse is, but when it's got enemies on screen to kill, not so much. I do think maybe the Zenith beats it, if I'm being honest. Maybe it's because this isn't done, so we don't have all the fireworks with it, but with this, you're getting something that's really large and quite bright, and I think that's almost like the last prism, you know? This is intended to be the last prism of stuff. But people have been commenting since we got 1.4 that we need a Zenith version of every class. You know, we need a Zenith bow, we need a Zenith summoning weapon, and we have the Terror Prisma, so that is kind of summoning, but this could almost be it, you know. Instead of maybe a sword, the character pops up using all the different summon weapons, or... Because that could be one thing. Maybe if you were to change this and offer it as a custom version of the Zenith, you would have the players showing up with all of the different swords in Terraria, kind of like how we have it now, where it's like the beam with all of them. But yeah, really looking at it, I think I might actually prefer the Zenith. But I do feel like the First Fractal should find its way into Terraria somehow, whether it be a customizable variant that you make right at the very end, you know. You can decide, hey, do I want to make a Zenith, or do I want to put every single sword into the First Fractal? And yeah, with some tweaks, you know, with some more players, I think it has extreme potential to be a wicked endgame sword. And I really wouldn't worry about the fact that the player doesn't have to die, because I think it's too fast for the eye. And maybe add it so that it has more fireworks. When I say fireworks, I just mean like colors and you know, presentation, because you want it to feel like something you've really earned. And to really add that in Terraria, you just kind of, you got to go all out. You got to make it look as bright as possible, kind of like the Empress of Light. So I don't know who on the team came up with this sword, but props to you, because I think it's great. I really do hope they add it in, because you know, having checked it out now in game, it's a lot of fun, and I would love to see the real final version. I guess when you really look close, you can see that my Duke Fisher on wings there, they don't have the prismatic dye, but I don't really care. But yeah, I think they definitely need to increase the number of those players, because right now, yeah, I think it could be a little bit more, if I'm being honest. So that's going to do it for today's video, a bit of a shorter one, but I really did want to check out this sword because it really caught my attention, and I saw a lot of you asking for a little bit of gameplay. One thing I will say is that 1.4.1 is coming out this month, so keep a close eye on the channel, because once that drops, we're going to make a lot of videos about it. Now, if you are new, maybe consider clicking the subscribe button. Here on Chippy Gaming, we're trying to hit 1 million subscribers. It's a hell of a lot, and it's never been done by any Terraria channel ever, and I would love to try and make a dent at it. All right, give the video a big fat thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.